I'm joking. We're going over to Steve in Game & Watch. Of course, we've got Raflow rocking out the Game & Watch that I said before, Asura, against the, of course, crepe salee and the man, and Steve.
Oh yeah, you did mention this. I was thinking about whether or not we would see it, but then I remembered Raflow plays primarily Palutena. Yes. So Game & Watch kind of makes sense in this situation, especially when you have to deal with the way that Steve plays in general. Crepe salee obviously known for a much more defensive Steve playstyle, usually building up those walls, farming up those diamonds as fast as he possibly can. But for Raflow, this could be a great opportunity to basically negate that game plan as fast as possible here now. And they have been doing it very well. That frame 3 up B, working out in his favor there. 58% currently sitting on crepe salee, but that's not going to matter too much. Pick loops coming through as we are going back and forth here tonight.
Yeah, I definitely want to see how the set goes on, and it's kind of curious, like you said, that Raflow not even opting for the Palutena and probably believes that the Game & Watch is best. I believe that crepe salee did win against the Game & Watch last time, so we'll see how these guys get on. But at the moment, crepe salee doing a decent job on FD. It's going to be interesting to see how he gets his certain materials, but Raflow keeping it competitive for sure.
100%. Definitely good for Raflow here. Looking for the up smash there. Not able to find it. Gets the parry into the up B now. And again, these blocks can go down faster to that forward air than a lot of other moves that we've seen in the past. Great tech there from crepe salee. Situational awareness. Absolutely insane stuff there from the Frenchman.
Okay, trying to drop bombs on him with the forward air. You have to watch out for the minecarts, though. Such a big autopilot you have to get used to. You know it's coming, you just don't know when it's coming. You know, that's kind of the issue with these type of moves. Strong move to have in your arsenal. Sets up that safety net, that 3-block wall. So if you hit me on that left side, I will tech it. Meanwhile, nothing on the right side to tech. Crepe salee will draw first blood with the stock, with the minecart as well. But of course, it's Raflow's turn now. Try and get an answer back quickly.
Yeah, minecart's such a great burst option here for Steve as well. Now, Raflow being able to use it as a means of entry there. But the back air going to come through here from Raflow. Trying to find that first stock. He's going to find it soon. 142%. Can't let crepe salee get started for too long there. As again, great DI there from crepe salee once more. Going up to the Angel platform there with their own block. Getting rid of stuff incredibly quickly, but the diamond now has been built. And this is where things will get incredibly scary though. But for Raflow, 4 up neutral airs in a row, guaranteeing 42%, Fabs.
The best nair in the game, in my opinion, bro. No one's ever told me there's a better move than it. No one can prove. Not a better nair anyway. Either way, doesn't matter. A lot of moves coming out from the flow to make sure that if I'm going to take the second stock, I've got to be, of course, in that driver's seat. You know, you don't want to give crepe salee, again, a chance to kind of, you know, set up the walls, like you said, get the diamond quickly and start messing you up. At the moment, though, Raflow does have a slight lead, but of course, how long for?
Yeah, this is it. Because once you make your way through, once that diamond pickaxe finds its way, that's where a lot of things will start to change, I think. And the anvil, you saw try to come down there, but the nair from Game & Watch immediately stopping it on its start up here, looking for some way to get through. The forward air's come through. Minecart burst option here once again at the perfect time there for crepe salee. Follows up on Raflow's roll back onto stage once again. Incredibly, I love it.
Game & Watch is a light character, so you have to watch out when you're taking these hits, you know. It's all about how do you take your exchanges, like I said before with Amber's Mewtwo, you know, these lighter characters, they can't really scrap too much because when they do, they're at risk. Nair off the top, that's all it takes.
That's all it takes. 128% currently here on Raflow. Getting the cross up there off of the shield here, using the nair. The dash attack's going to be
what it takes. Yeah. With the diamond Asura as well.
There's one heavy tool, man, I'm telling you. Well, nice little tech there. Start us off there, but nice. Here we go now. Complete combo there from Raflow. 42%, 54. The up B, stopping the other up B there. Back air coming out now. A couple up airs being thrown, keeping crepe salee at bay. Raflow holding onto the side of the stage really, really well here, Fabs. But now all of a sudden, things are changing before our very eyes.
Yeah, I think Raflow has always had a good advanced state no matter the character, so when you have a character like Game & Watch who kind of promotes having such laid-back combos, I like to say, it does help him a lot with building damage very quickly. You can see crepe salee very desperate to get an attack in, throwing out so many forward airs and back airs, but the diamonds gets built back up right again, so we're resetting the situation.
We are indeed gonna get
safety net.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe they were thinking it might be untechable, but 120%, 100% you can tech that. You've seen crepe salee be so alert with those. Then the forward smash. I'm not too sure what happened there, but there was a moment of hesitance from Raflow. And for crepe salee, it was the time to strike gold, or rather diamond, as they take game number 1.
Yeah, so I talked about Game & Watch is a light character, so these big hits that with Steve can just throw out, especially with Diamond, you will die pretty early. You know, they didn't even hit triple digits. So you really have to watch out in these exchanges where you want to be kind of placing yourself.
I mean, this is it for crepe salee and Raflow. It literally, all it just came down to was that one split-second decision. That's all it takes. But again, that was just game number 1. This is a best-of-5 series here on your winner's side here. No time to tilt top 8. And remember, there is a whole 5 games to go through if they really want to push it all the way to the limit. And you never know, we might be seeing it. I think Raflow sticks with that Game & Watch. We'll see, though, in just a moment now, and it looks like that's going to be the case. It's going back to being the same it was game number 1. I think Raflow definitely feels a lot more confident now, maybe going into game 2. We'll see whether or not, for Raflow's sake, this could be a good pick.
Yeah, I think it could be. You kind of have to wonder what it was doing in the first game compared to kind of how you want to do it in the second game, in a really easy way to say it. Basically, it's more so about how you started that first game, because, you know, Raflow started really well, but it's more so these scramble situations is when Steve's going to shine, right? Yes, you can get these long combos on him and put him to 90 as we see right now, right? But it's more so about when those chips fall, right? When you're at these red percent, you need to watch out for the big F smashes, the big back airs, because he's always going to have diamond. It's Steve. And I feel if you can avoid that, then Raflow can be in a good position.
100%. Yeah, you put yourself in a very dangerous position there, and I think when it does come to that scrappy situation, especially when you got diamond, yeah, it can just be detrimental. But for Raflow, it's about making sure that that doesn't even happen in the first place. You saw the ideal there with the down air, trying to cover the roll, but again, crepe salee not falling for it a second this time around, sorry. Back throw going to come out there, looking for the up air now. Once again, keeping him at bay there, looking for the nail, wasn't able to find it. Immediately, wall has been built up, giving Raflow a little bit of time to just kind of collect their thoughts now. And the anvil is going to come down. 156%, has to try and find a kill soon, though, but kind of hard to get rid of an Enderman immediately.
But we did see in the last game, you know, again, just like that, literally just like that, you know, maybe Raflow has a little bit of a lead, but at these type of percents, you take one F-smash with diamond, you could find yourself at the losing end of it, but never mind, Raflow still has a decent lead, needs to find a stock now, though. You don't want to give crepe salee a chance to kind of set back in.
Scary position to be in. Once again, building up on the wall, the minecart as well, just to keep him at bay. Rolls right behind the anvil here. Forward air going to get rid of the blocks. The block there immediately. From Raflow, looking for the up air, wasn't able to find it here once again as crepe salee is still alive. Sends out the minecart, looking for the up B right back down, but falls right into the chair. Forward tilt there from Raflow, taking stock number 1.
Of course, at these orange percents, you can see why crepe salee is throwing it out. You know, he knows one F smash could be the end of it, especially the end of the stage, but this is what Raflow needs. Just one advantage state to keep it going. Look at the percent he gets to build, but up to back air. 70, by the way.
My God.
At 70.
Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I really do forget just how much damage this character can do off of like a 2-touch interaction. 70%.
Don't worry, bro. Crepe salee will remind you.
Yeah. Now it's all coming back to me, man. It is literally all coming back to me. Back air's going to come out here again. Great tech from crepe salee just to keep himself at bay here. And now we're seeing a full up air combo come through now. Raflow, 34%, has to find a way to get this kill ASAP. It is now or never, because if they can keep on going on here, Rage and Steve are 2 dangerous things combined. And that's not something you want to deal with on a Sunday afternoon.
Agreed with that. Okay, can't trade right there, but still no kill. Raflow needs something, especially just chases him up there, but crepe salee escapes. Yes, no way. Yo, there is no fear on Raflow apparently to go for the get up attack there. You misspaced that by a couple of frames, you would have been dead.
Yeah, exactly. Forward smash, unfortunately, gets rid of the crafting table there for crepe salee, but that's not going to matter as it does respawn incredibly quickly. The up throw, however, not going to kill. Incredible DI from crepe salee. Still alive at 201% here, Fabs. But the forward air will do it.
But he took, in the process, he took so much percent. He took about like 90%, by the way. Trying to get rid of that stock.
God, that's insane.
Could be good for crepe salee again. If you just keep throwing out these S smashes with Diamond involved, it could be in business. But again, at the moment, the Sora, no resources on the table.
No, none whatsoever.
We're poor.
No, we are. Absolutely. Not an opportunity. He hasn't had a chance to touch the ground, let alone even mine anything. Raflow kept him up for a very long time there. And now we can see a couple resources being mined out here now. And this is kind of okay for crepe salee now. Sitting at 92% with a diamond, well, just a diamond stack in general is dangerous enough as is. And for Raflow, needs to try and get this kill. It is time basically now or never. Otherwise, they may be staring down the barrel of a potential 2-0 here if crepe salee can get started.
I'm seeing Raflow explode at 60 to up tilt back air. Like, he gets hit at 16 by up tilt and just explodes. He's dead right now. If he takes one up tilt, he's going to die. This is terrifying.
Yeah, it is scary. Immediately, though, that quick up B working out in Raflow's favor very, very nicely there. A couple up airs being thrown out here once more now. No chance of using an anvil here either. The minecart's going to come out, and that's probably the last time that we're going to see that minecart in action this stock now. Unless, obviously, crepe salee can get back down. But it doesn't look like Raflow's going to let it happen. The Nair's going to do it. And crepe salee is down for the count as Raflow takes game number 2.
Yeah, I think Raflow was probably feeling a little bit worried because both those stocks, crepe salee was living to like 180 plus. Whereas, again, Raflow was dying at 60 consistently, Asura. He was dying to either F smash or just up tilt back air. Like... And we keep going to FD. It's very interesting to limit the platforms, probably just because of how good Game & Watch is on platforms. Just especially seeing up from the advantage state so far on FD with no platforms. With them, I think it would be even worse. But again, he's dying so early off the sides. It's very scary, Rosora.
Really is, and it all comes down to that diamond here as well tonight. And and I think it's just such a big game changer here. You know, especially with the way that we saw those 2-3 touch interactions here, absolutely getting through Raflow's defense and just taking out stocks at absurd percentages. But this is the way that Steve technically rolls now. I don't think we'll be seeing FD for the next game now, as we're taking it all the way to a much smaller stage in Smashville, working with that center platform.
Going to be very interesting now. We're switching up the stage, so I wonder if we get a character switch as well. Of course, both these guys have so many characters in the pocket. Again, crepe salee has a Game Watch himself, has a Wario. I've seen Raflow's Dark Samus in tournaments, so these guys can pull out a lot of different characters. But at the moment, we're going to see the two ones we've started off with so far, the Game Watch and the Steve, respectively.
Yeah, you got to remember that Raflow and crepe salee do have a deep pocket of characters. Even though I forgot that crepe salee used to play Wario before Steve, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. Oh my god, though, the forward air starts us off strong here for crepe salee, though, as 54% immediately game start has been dealt here to Raflow, who hasn't had much of a chance to do anything in the last couple seconds here, Fabs.
Yeah, it's just hard. I feel like, again, Game Watch has a great advantage state, but so does Steve. And with the tools that he's kind of set with, it can really hurt. But this is Raflow's chance now. Going for the hammer, I like it, for the mix-up. Again, you see him charging S-Smash. Why are we doing get up attack or get up in general? So scary.
Anvil coming through here again, looking for a couple up tilts here is Steve to try and get a combo started, but again, Game & Watch just a little too small there on the edge, wasn't able to find it. And there we go. There's a forward smash there from crepe salee. Starts us off very strong. 23% minecart comes out now on Raflow, having to not only deal with a Steve that has a platform, but also now a ton of different platforms to work with here as well. So they can prop himself up quite a bit, put him in a difficult position here. And I think FD worked out so well because eliminating the platforms, not only for Game & Watch, but also for Steve, worked out quite well in Raflow's favor, because we did see that there were moments of brilliance where Raflow just kept crepe salee up in the air. And speaking of which here, airbound here is crepe salee, as Raflow's up airs have been keeping him at bay.
Okay. So much damage built, by the way. Raflow can barely touch crepe salee at the moment. Gets the up B out shield. Okay, the chair to push him away. You can just go back to ledge, reset the situation, but the chair's there yet again. It's even stocks, and of course, one advantage state from Game Watch could bring it to like 60 at least, so not in a bad position just yet for Raflow. This is his time right now. One there. Just get stopped though. The track, get off me.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate for Raflow, who, again, as you said before, could have just gotten started there, but again, it is what it is. Burst option here from Steve was able to get him off. A little get-off-me option there. There we go, dash attack there as well. Now setting up for those wicked walls of destruction that Steve is known for. The down tilt's going to come out now once again, and now Raflow has no choice but to go all the way for a high recovery. No punish on the up smash there for crepe salee, though, however, as we waited, lying in wait to try and get something coming through. Now Nair's going to come through into the back. A great conversion there from Raflow. And once again, Raflow just keeps crepe salee all the way up the anvil, coming down at the perfect time at 162, but the dash attack will be what it is to get the kill.
Has to use it sooner or later, but Raflow did a good job for a light character, keeping him to 92% at least, so you could take the stock, you know, in a flash, hopefully, for Raflow's side. You know, needs to keep it competitive. You don't want to let crepe salee run away with it. There's the up air, just wants one, leaves him alone to land.
Up airs are starting to come out now here once again.
Yeah,
Airborne
Steve.
Land. Yeah.
And the down as well, right back to even.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right. That's one way to stop him from getting close. It's interesting because there is the hitbox on that. It's really good, but I wasn't expecting it to hit because of the way that it went. But very, very well played there from Raflow to go for it here. Now, and look at this. Damage is all over the place. Looking for the up tilt. Was probably expecting crepe salee, for Raflow to panic jump into the up tilt, but wasn't going to do so. There is Raflow. Keeps it calm, keeps it cool. Tries to get the nair, but again, crepe salee was prepared.
And if you're noticing Raflow's play right in neutral, he's actually opting for a lot of run-up shield. It's because he's not afraid of the grab. The grab can't kill him. It's these forward smashes out of nowhere, these back airs, these up tilts that are really catching him. Okay, not enough.
God.
Scary.
Incredibly scary. Down smash working out there for Raflow, but again, it was not meant to be.
The resources low, a bit low. Tries to go for the reverse up B, can't get anything, but the dash attack puts him off stage. It's now his turn. The safety net doesn't tackle the
Really? That's the one time that he hasn't tech. One time he just didn't tech, and it happened to be final stock scenario there. Raflow makes it 1-1. Goodness gracious.
How ironic is it to put up a safety net and get sent through it?
Oh, sorry,
didn't actually have time to tech, didn't recognize it with Flow. Wow, actually able to find that win. That's got to feel good. That's a momentum builder.
Oh, 100%. Especially when a game ends like that, you're now like, you've got time to breathe, right? You're now sitting back and you're thinking, finally, I've got the upper hand, but I can't let this slip. Especially against a character like Steve. And I think that's definitely something that Raflow is obviously very, very aware of, as much as we're all aware of it here as well. You cannot afford to get too complacent or too overzealous against a character like Steve. As we go now to game number 4 of the set between Raflow and crepe salee. And we're taking it all the way to Carlos. Once again, 2 platforms on the side, a ton of space to work with. And for crepe salee, this could be the changing factor that he needs. Yeah, you give yourself a big stage like this. I mean, this is an opportunity for crepe salee to basically farm a ton more materials, hide behind walls, but Raflow, I think, notices this and is just running in. As you said before, running up shield, not afraid of the throws, but afraid of these really preemptive forward smashes or up tilts or forward tilts. Scary to be in. Falling nair on the shield there. The anvil's going to come out here, and it's not going to work out all too well. Once again, the nair here from Game & Watch, and Raflow going to get hit once more. The burst option, quick fire, known as the minecart, works out really well there for crepe salee, Fabs.
Even on a big stage like Palosasura, Game & Watch, again, with the light character not being safe. You know, no one is safe from that move, especially these smaller, lighter characters like Game & Watch. You have to really watch out. Again, pick your battles. Because if you don't, if you try and scrap every time, you're going to be more of a chance of dying early, as we just saw. But okay, again, Raflow's advantage state, keeping him in the game, Game & Watch being such a good character at doing this. Putting you in a bad spot and just racking up percent like real easy.
This is what this character does, man. It's what this character loves to do. Setting up for these building blocks here once again now is Crepe Salee. No diamond on deck just yet. Still has the opportunity to get that material. Gold is there, and we know how fast the frame data is on some of those gold moves. But for Raflow, however, trying to keep him at bay. The anvil's going to come out once again. Great DI here from Raflow, still alive in this matchup. The falling there going to work out there, but again, the forward air to counteract it here from Crepe Salee. Pushes him back. There is a great get off me option. Yeah, there's only so much you can do in that scenario.
Just drops that anvil on his head, right back there. Just like that. I think Crepe Salee is in a good spot now. It's all on Raflow to see how he can approach. Run to the grab, get these run-up shields. Like I said before, when he wasn't afraid of the grab, cool, but at these low percents, the grab combos will do a lot for Steve.
You wanna force Steve to basically just not do anything but try to interact with you up close and personal, and you give him a stage like Kalos, and immediately that's where things can get really, really dangerous, because again, we have opportunities in situations quite like this where again he can build up a wall, give himself a lot of space, and for Game & Watch now puts him in a vulnerable situation where he can get hit by something like an anvil here. You can see two of those towers now built up here for position here just to keep Crepe Salee in bay. Looking for the tech, manages to find it. Up B right off of it, ricochets there. Up air from Raflow. It's still not enough at 164, Fabs.
Yeah, again, Raflow has been struggling to kill Crepe Salee this whole set. Forget the game. He just really can't kill him until now at 178. Is it enough? 71% to end this game and the set. Is it enough?
Yeah, this is it now. Game 4 scenario 2-1 for Raflow. Both players on their last stock. But that diamond, as we all know, is guaranteed to kill at that percentage, especially here on a character like Game & Watch, and Crepe Salee pushes it to a Game 5.
After I asked that question of if it's enough, sorry, all Crepe Salee did was hit him with 2 back airs. 2 back airs was enough. 2 back airs.
Yeah.
Just 2.
Yeah, I mean, not really much. I can't really say much else. I think everybody else is thinking the exact same thing. How easy, right? 2 back airs is all it takes, especially with Diamond here on that last stock. Only so much you can do. Well, jumping up into a superstar, it is time to get the Odyssey on as we move on into final destination for Game 5, Crepe Salee and Raflow. And for Raflow, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. No platforms to work with, no big space to work with. It is a chance to shut down Steve once and for all and send him into the losers bracket. But for Crepe Salee, it's about riding the coattails and momentum from that last game as we get into Game 5. The question remains whether or not Crepe Salee will be stopped. I think we're seeing Raflow come to life here. This could be the opportunity of a lifetime, and as we get into it now, Game 5 scenario, here we go. Final destination. Let's get straight into it. Dash attack comes through immediately there, but we saw the minecart there is a great way to counteract here. And with these falling nairs now, dash attack comes through once again. As Crepe Salee looking really strong there with that falling up air, though. Catches Game & Watch right on the ground here once again. Forward air is going to come through. Anvil right back down here, building blocks there. Trying to stop Raflow from getting onto stage under any circumstances, Fabs.
Luckily, Game & Watch being floaty with the air dodge kind of helped him, but damn, that was a close call. But again, not a good start for him at all. This is all Crepe Salee. That's the forward throw. Can't run up shield anymore. Have to do something else. The footstool down there? Wow.
Wow. It's one way to shut down that first stock. A little anticlimactic, but it had to be done. Nonetheless, Crepe Salee takes stock number 1. And Raflow now having to deal with quite a massive deficit when you think about it now. Is going to have to basically get this stock as early as possible, because if they don't, it could mean that Crepe Salee has all the time and space to work with here now.
Yeah, and we saw how long it took Raflow to kind of take the stock off him in general, so could be a curtain call, who knows.
Scary, it's scary, truly scary.
It's so interesting to die to footstool down there so many times, but still try and hit yourself next to Crepe Salee's shield. Really have to wonder what Raflow's thinking right now.
Scary position to be in here. For sure here, if your name is Raflow, the anvil coming through here again, man. scary. Diamond as well on deck too. At this stage in the match, I don't know. For Raflow, this is looking unlikely. That sack is going to come through. Anvil once again, but the up B actually going to work out more in its favor.
And like I said before, we've seen on this stage specifically, up tilt back air killing at 60. So Raflow really has to watch out.
Raflow does have to watch out.
Put you off stage. Horrible position.
Yeah, not where you want to be. No, certainly not where you want to be. Well, Forder's coming out now, coming from Raflow. Getting rid of those blocks, but again, it's just kind of trying to figure out what do you do after that. Sure, you have Steve at bay, but the mash going to get caught out by it, and crepe salee looking very, very strong at the moment here. Raflow trying to bait the down smash, but again, crepe salee has just been so clinical at this current point in time now.
Yeah, the set might be over. It's looking like it, unless Raflow can answer back right about now, but looking more close to see if he gets 3-stocked or not, man. This is horrible.
Yeah, this is absolutely unfortunate stuff here for Raflow. And horrible, I think, is probably the best way to put it there. If your name is Raflow here too. Can't be feeling too good about this. They're not looking for the up smash. There is the forward air comes out. Parry back air. No one was home. Up B comes out immediately there, and it's a great way to probably obviously your fastest option now. Shield. Great way to get out of harm's way. But when you do there, it gives Raflow, crepe salee a little bit of time to guarantee at least a back air or punish. Speaking of which, though, Raflow gets a stock. Is it going to be enough is the question now for crepe salee. It's about trying to basically get as many materials as you can now. Because now we've seen probably the last of that that side B.
At this point, you have to go for the 9. But, okay, the up B up smash not able to connect.
Oh my god. Doesn't have the
opportunity to drop
Anvil. Yeah.
It's just about killing.
Yeah, not opting for the down air. The minecart's going to come out there as we've seen now. Can't drop Anvil, but can wedge the gap between them both using a block there at the very least now. Up B's going to come through. Very dangerous position to be in here as you've got a block separating you between you and Steve.
Runs up and
not going to work in the neutral air. Go jab!
The Anvil, another up B. Going up, going down.
Forward tilt's not going to connect. Back air's going to come out here from Raflow. Send out for the jab. No one was home here. Once again, forward tilt there from Raflow. The throw, up throw, not going to kill.
Yeah, not even on Game & Watch. Avoids the dash attack, gets a forward air kill. This is his last opportunity, Asura.
Yeah, got to get rid of the crafting table as soon as possible. What is that? What was that? The down tilt gonna do it all as Raflow unfortunately wasn't able to make it work out. Crepe salee moves on into top 4 of winner's side here at No Time to Tilt.
Avoided the 9 and unfortunately still hit big for Steve's side. Crepe salee going to that winner's final spot, taking that 3-2 win over Raflow. Very back and forth set for those guys, but I think the Steve was the real difference.
Yeah, it was. I'm not too sure what happened there with that interaction right towards the end of the game, but it just happens, right? And this is one of those things where it's a very big deficit to sort of fight back from. Sorry, English, but it is a very big deficit to sort of fight back from. And then having to work around Steve as a character and then obviously coming right back down from the Angel platform, naturally in your mind, you're going to be like, all right, I've either got to lock in or something bad's going to happen. For crepe salee, though, it was a golden opportunity to strike, and it was. Now secures himself a spot in winners finals of this bracket, looking to win No Time to Tilt for a 2nd year in a row.